Welcome to the Bayer Arena, where host Bayer Leverkusen face the newly promoted Bundesliga side Union Berlin in a quarter-final DFB Cup clash. The teams meet for the third time in the DFB-Pokal. Leverkusen have won both of the previous encounters. A 5-0 in the second round of 2003-2004 in Berlin, and a 4-1 victory here in 2017-2018. For the visiting team here at the Bayer Arena tonight on Wednesday is the last round of the quarterfinals tonight. They have been playing some pretty decent football since they've been promoted, and at the moment currently well away from the danger zone in the Bundesliga. So they're aiming to remain in Germany's top flight, but they're also aiming to beat this team Leverkusen tonight, as well as the two DFB-Pokal ties that have been two more meetings this season in the Bundesliga. Leverkusen again winning there 2-0 at home right here, and a 3-2 victory away in Berlin. But on each and every occasion it has been a tough battle against Union, and that is something that will be expected tonight. Indeed, both head coaches have quite categorically stated that they're expecting a cup fight of the highest order tonight. Two of the top teams from Germany's top flight, and here the starting 11 from Bayer Leverkusen. Now, head coach Peter Bosch has actually made a couple of changes to the team that drew 1-1 on Sunday in the league in Leipzig. So in comes Daley Sinkgraven, the Dutch ex-under-21 international, and he'll be playing more in that midfield role today, but is of course part of that defence together with Amiri in a 3-4-3 if needed. Also, Charles Oranges is also new in tonight. For Union Berlin, there are 5 changes. Trimmel, Marley, Gentner, Stoppage and Anderson are not in the team. They were in that side that drew 2-2 against Wolfsburg. In comes Michael Parensen, Grische, Brömel, Marcus Ingvartsen and also Anthony Uja will be up front together there with Marius Bülter. Marius Bülter already scoring goals in the league, 7 so far, and 3 assists to his name in the cup. So, sing-song time here in Leverkusen. The man and his guitar and his supporters. Let's just listen to the music for a second here, just to get into the atmosphere here in Leverkusen in North Rhine-Westphalia. Looks like he's had enough. My name's Gary Preston. Really looking forward to this game. Had a tremendous match last night when the 4th-tier side Saarbrücken defeated the Bundesliga side Fortuna Düsseldorf in a penalty shootout extravaganza, something that you don't tend to see all too often. The reason I'm telling you that is this game could also go all the way, and here in Germany's top flight of the DFB-Pokal, there will be a decision, meaning we won't have a replay. If these two teams are still... he looks like he wants to play, doesn't he? Knows all the names as well. If two teams are tied after 90 minutes, then we go into extra time. And if that's the case, after then 120 minutes of cup football here this evening, then we shall have a penalty shootout. Just look at those faces. Some in awe and some enjoying themselves already. So Union Berlin will be playing in white here tonight. That is Marius Bülter on your screen here. 23 games in the Bundesliga, missing just 1, scoring 7 goals as well. He has got a heck of a shot on him. He'll be a danger and a threat for Leverkusen tonight. Robert Andrich with the number 30 has scored 3 cup goals already for Union Berlin on their way to this quarter-final. And he'll be hoping to do something similar tonight here in Leverkusen, the Bayer Arena. So Kai Havertz there on your screen, one of the most interesting young football players in the world of football. 20 years of age, 5 goals, 4 assists this term in the Bundesliga. Last goal he scored, by the way, in the Bundesliga was match day 22 when these two faced off at Union Berlin, when he scored an equalizer in that 3-2 victory for Leverkusen. An exciting player, but that could be said of the whole team from Leverkusen tonight. Doesn't look as though it's sold out here tonight, which rather surprises me, but there's a lot of games coming up. Out back again. Here we are. The referee today is Mr. Benjamin Cortus. His 2 assistants will be Florian Heft, Christian Leiter. The 4th official is Torben Sieva, and we also have a video assistant now as well, who will be Tobias Reichel. He's the man who will be making quite sure that everything runs smoothly here tonight, and we hope that's going to be the case. So here the skipper on the right is Manuel Friedrich. Normal skipper is Trimmel, he's on the bench today. My name's Gary Preston. It's quarter-final time in Germany. And here the 2 head coaches. Peter Bosch, the man who took the helm in December 2018 after Heiko Herrlich departed as well. Former Dortmund and Ajax coach. Coach Urs Fischer is the man in charge of Union Berlin, the man from Switzerland who brought this team to the top flight of German football. That's his goalkeeper, Rafael Gikiewicz, a tremendous man. Lovely goalkeeper who really has saved roughly 73 to 75% of shots on his goal this term. Also the man on the opposite side, Lukas Radetzky, the man who won the DFB-Pokal with Frankfurt in 2017-18, when he saved an outstanding 90% of shots faced in that cup. He'll be a difficult man to beat as well here today. So after winning the toss, it's Union Berlin who will be kicking off this game. Leon Bailey we just saw. Some other, all the youngsters here. Jonathan Tah's in there as well, of course. Sven Bender, his identical twin Lars, the captain, is not available today. He's out at the moment, injured. Also up front, Kevin Volland is also not in the team for Leverkusen. So it's Lucas Alario up front, who can score 6 already in his 18 matches in the Bundesliga. So we're off. Union in white. Just had a reverse angle before. They're playing from right to left. Amiri, Nadim Amiri. And his competitive debut for Leverkusen in the first round at Aachen. So providing an assist in that game too. Also getting heavily involved in the Bundesliga. Union Berlin, a team that like to press right from the off, but they are tremendous when they're defending and coming back as well. Not an easy team to break down. Leverkusen might have a few tricks up the sleeves. It's a rather attacking-minded team from Bayer Leverkusen tonight. This is Jonathan Tah. Miri on the right wing, Leon Bailey up front as a wide forward, it would appear at the moment, together with Kai Havertz. Lario, centre forward. Kerem Demirbay and Arangui's holding midfielders at the moment. Ball forward from Parensen. Schlotterbeck. First time the referee has to blow a whistle. It might not be the last time here after the foul from Kerem Demirbay. So, coach Urs Fischer. He's been at the club now since 2017 and he really has injected a lot of enthusiasm into the club from the capital. And that promotion, of course, last season got the whole of Berlin going crazy, apart from the Hertha Berlin supporters. That can be said is true. On a small budget at the moment, holding their own in the top flight in Germany. Week in and week out, as I said, placed nicely at the table at the moment, no relegation worries. So fight happened to actually climb a little higher. Lost long throw, this one from Lens. Flick on, danger was there, and the ball's still not cleared now, finally by, I think Sinkgraven got in there. That's what they'll have to watch, Bayer Leverkusen. Union Berlin pretty good in set pieces. Ball in from Lens, shielded nicely by Antonujan. The shot, first shot towards target, but Radetzky was there. Nice turn by Antonujan, the Nigerian, one of the 5 new members to Union Berlin's team tonight. Tend to swap and change though, Urs Fischer, when there's a cup game on. Leverkusen at the moment, they're involved in 3 competitions. Not only the Bundesliga, of course, wanting to reach the Champions League again. At the moment, after dropping out of the Champions League, they are in the Europa League and through to the next round. Referee got a good view of that. That obvious pain is evident. That was a bit of a nasty challenge there for Ongrisha Plummel. High boots, very high, much too high from Leon Bailey. Well, going into a challenge like that with an outstretched boot can cause problems. The referee, you can see here Mr. Benjamin Cortes just having words with Bailey there. I don't think Peter Bosch will be happy with that either. Very important man, Leon Bailey, not only in the league, but also in the cup. A goal in 4 of his 7 DFB-Pokal appearances gives him that starting 11 position tonight. All out of play. Header by the longest serving member in Union Berlin's team, Michael Parensen, 33 years of age now. Been here for the last 10 years at the club. That was Tapsoba. A great young man he is. All 4 played in the Bundesliga since his debut, back just a few games ago. And first game in the cup, Those performances that we have seen in the Bundesliga have been so solid for a man who only arrived in the transfer window from Vitória Guimarães from Portugal, just hours before the transfer window closed. But he's been absolutely terrific when I've seen him play. Heading the ball there and clearing now. Edmund Tapsoba. For a young man, he has a lot of composure. Bailey, beaten back. Bit of a tug there on Marvin Friedrich. Maybe Bailey will have to watch out. After one foul and a little tug, the referee might keep an eye on him. Yeah, referee waiting to see if there was an advantage. There wasn't one. Robert Andrich, he's a gritty player. That was a gritty challenge. Tapsoba. See here the three-man back line from Leverkusen. Four if you count the goalkeeper, Lukas Radetzky. Sure that both of these two goalkeepers will be really involved after the first 7 minutes. Only Radetzky really with an easy shot from Anthony Ujah. Otherwise, at the moment we haven't seen any real strikes towards goal. Charlie Zarangis. Daley Sinkgraven. Sven Bender. Jonathan Tah. Ali Mamiri. Quite get the ball past Christopher Lenz. One of the first team regulars for the team of Union Berlin. Reasons for that is together with Robert Andrich in that midfield. They are rather solid, and it is difficult to get past them. Also, the left back can play up front as well, and in the heart of midfield, versatile player. So how can Leverkusen come away now? They're certainly trying here with Demirbay. Good control. Now Amiri back across the face, and finally cleared. And it had to be from Julian Ryerson. Has his roots in Norway, but also in America as well. In Norway it's Ryerson, in America Ryerson. Again, Kerem Demirbay on the edge of the box, working his wonders. He's a tricky player. And up against Christopher Lenz, he came off second best, had to use his arms as well to bring him down. He was almost getting away from him. Twisting and turning there and winning his team a free kick in a decent looking position. First 9 minutes, Leverkusen have this game at the moment in their control. Demirbay will take the free kick. Went for goal, punched away by Gigovic. Had to do that too. Kai Havertz. Amiri, Havertz again. Nice turn. Final pass though, not able to break down Berlin's defence. Shove on Ujah. Charlie Zarangis, one of the two new members in this tonight, and Daley Sinkgraven, the other one. After that 1-1 draw in Leipzig. So, Bilter started his move down the right, finds a good pass here for Ujar. And as the cross comes in! Oh, it almost goes in! Lukas Radetzky, quick reactions, the ball's still live! And we've still got white shirts in there from Union Berlin. Finally it's cleared, that was a huge chance. And shame there for Schlotterbeck that the flag came up before his shot was struck goalwards. In actual fact here, I wasn't quite sure. It looked as though Anthony Ujar might have been in an offside position, but the flag did not come up, even now. So all that happened, and even the header from Marius Bilter would not have counted, despite the fact that it was saved by Radetzky, because it looked as though Ujar was in an offside position. But a good move from Union nonetheless. Up to this point, Leverkusen had been in control, and that might be a warning signal for the boys in red tonight. Lentz. Again. That was bad control there from Anthony Ujar. Header from Kevin Schlotterbeck. The idea was there from Bilter, but not the execution. Now with Amiri, new Germany international. 3 caps for Germany already. Quirly, tricky attacking midfielder who can also use either wing as well. Nice to have him in your squad. Leverkusen are happy about that. Sinclair. Bailey. Friedrich with him. So being guarded by Uriasson. From Arangues. They come from Bailey. See the marking here from Union Berlin. Body's getting around that ball to smother it before Leverkusen can do a lot with it. Part of the tactics from Union Berlin's Urs Fischer. Well, that was would have been a shot out of the blue. That was one sent off with goodwill there from Marius Bilter, but you did see that Radetzky was off his line, so why not have a go? Sometimes they go in. Radetzky. Karvitz had pressure from behind there. That's why the ball was picked up by Permel. Right now with Gigovitz. Another long ball. Leverkusen will have done that homework. It's something that Union do quite often when they see one of their boys up front in a position. And they have some very pacey players as well, with Bilter, Ingvarsen, the centre forward, the 24-year-old from Denmark. Haven't seen too much of him so far. Back from Tar. That's a man who oozes confidence, 6'4" of muscle. Jonathan Tar. Uriasson back to his keeper. Most of the noise at the moment from the stadium here has been coming from the Union Berlin fans. Now, polite applause here for Arangues. Tar. Radetzky not quite sure what he should be doing there, because there wasn't enough movement from Leverkusen. players of Union trying to close down quickly and winning balls back every now and again. That's part of the plan too. Put them under pressure. Can they come away here with Amiri? Yes, he can. There was a foul, the referee allowing play to continue for a while, but there was a foul there on Amiri. Got caught on the way through. Equalizer just putting a shirt over them. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Whether they were contemplating whether maybe Amiri had been injured, because Mitchell Weiser is the kind of player who could replace him, but it looks as though Amiri's okay. He's back on his feet again, and they've got a free kick here that Bailey would like to convert. Like I said, 4 of his 7 Pokal appearances, a goal in each of those, and he'll go for goal here. Straight into the wall, and that one's way over the top by Demir Bay. That's his better foot, the left one, but not one of his better shots. Well, I have to be fair and say that after the game I commentated last night with Saarbrücken against Fortuna Düsseldorf, where there were 6,800 people there. There's a lot more here tonight despite that, because that's a really small ground. The atmosphere there was electric, non-stop. At the moment here, you can hear the sound of silence. And even actually hear the coach down on the touchline. I can't remember hearing that at Leverkusen before. Amazing. Ball away here by Radetzky. So I've just had a little birdie in my ear, and the reason now why they are all so quiet is because we've just had a problem in one of the stands here where somebody fell to the ground and had to be rescued by the Red Cross. And we hope they have actually been carried out to the ground, and we hope that everything's okay there. And out of respect, everyone has gone quiet here in the ground because of that situation. Let's hope that that all turns out okay. There are more important things in the world than football, to be sure. Amiri. Tar. Radetzky. Tapsoba. Arangis. Bender. Amiri. Yes, they can pass the ball around well, but yes, Union Berlin can make quite sure they haven't got too much room in which to create it. Bender pushing them automatically back again there. That was good work from both teams in actual fact. Bender. Tinkraven. Taps a bit. Looks as though at the moment Leverkusen are just waiting for Union to come forward and try and take the ball off them. They're not obliging. Leverkusen at home should be taking the initiative. But of course not taking chances against a team that are pretty good on the counter-attack. See, that's one opportunity that from Demi-Bay, thought he could get the ball forward, and it almost came back, but he got one now here with Bailey. Ball blocked by Friedrich. Lovely pass, lovely control. Amiri into the centre, but what a pass there from Kai Havertz. Last touch from Andrich. Oh, that was close. Somehow a ping-pong ball inside the 6-yard box. It comes away, but it's still not cleared. Aranguiz. Bailey. Back now with Amiri. Demi-Bay. Lovely touch there from Charlie Aranguiz. Oh, he almost threaded it through. The run from Leon Bailey, the Jamaican, was perfect. And still, Sven Bender, I was about to say he's going to get a shot away, but blocked again by Berlin. Kai Havertz. Tar. Amiri. Good passing here from Leverkusen. That was lost by Bailey. Chance now for the counter-attack after the pass from Bulter. Maybe he should have ran forward again. That was, I think, signalised there by Anthony Ujah. Should be cleared. Once again, in case you just joined us, just to explain the lack of noise in the stadium. At the moment, it was rather loud at the start, and all of a sudden it went quiet. It took us a couple of minutes as well to realise that up on the top in block F1 of the Bay Arena, that someone had been stretchered off after an incident, and the medics were brought in from the Red Cross rather quickly. Said no news about that at the moment, but whoever it may be, all the best from our side as well. That's the reason why it's so quiet here at the moment. Respect from the crowd. Lucas Alario. Centre forward by trade, but can come down the wings as well. And so far, he tends to be down that right-hand side of the park, the Argentine. No way through, very tight there. Was picked up at the end by Ingvardsson. So, what can they do with this? Union Berlin, the team in the quarterfinals of the DFB-Pokal for just the second time. That's a nice move. Good idea from Anthony Ujah. Just a bit too much power there. Was Leverkusen being rather lackadaisical in midfield. They almost paid for it. Aranguiz back from Bailey. That's going out. Whoa, just about kept in by Danny Sinkerkaven. Well, so far, I have a feeling it's almost 75% ball possession here for Leverkusen at the moment, but it's still 0-0 after 25 minutes, and that in a cup game is the most important thing for Union Berlin. A couple of half chances, but none so far to land in the back of the net. Now with Sven Bender, did well there. Crowd in anticipation. That's a bad pass and not characteristic of Sven Bender, to be honest. Lenz. Parlinson. Schlotterbeck. Back with Friedrich. Long ball from Gigovic, headed by Ujar. That was Ryerson. Ujar again. Andrich. Trying to get the little give and goes going there. Ball taken away from Amiri. Andrich couldn't quite get there. Tell you what, Union Berlin would love to be playing at home tonight. It's an absolute fortress, that place, at the Stadion an der Alte Försterei in Berlin. I don't know if you've ever been there, but if you haven't, take a look. It's well worth the trip. It's in Köpenick in Berlin. The reason I also said that is because the last 11 DFB-Pokal games have all been away from home. How unfortunate can you get when the draw is taken and your name comes out second once again? Union Berlin. Sinkgraven now. Havertz. Arangis. Demirbay. Sinkgraven. Working well. This is Kai Havertz. Demirbay. Last touch, just letting them down. And another one of those long balls here, controlled by Ujar. Had support with buildup. You can see he was aiming up front for Ingvartsen, but Leverkusen getting in the way. Bailey. Might be something on here. Havertz. Sinkgraven. Havertz again. Bailey now. Now, the final pass in this game is just not coming, is it? Should be easily dealt with by Tapsoba. First game in the cup for the 21-year-old, as we mentioned at the start of the commentary, arriving from Portugal on the 31st of January. Got a 5-year contract, and is a Burkina Faso international. Amiri. Bender. Sinkgraven. Can he get that final pass going? Demirbay was robbed. It was picked up by Bailey. Back again now in the possession of the home side. They were still passing comfortably, but not the final one. Maybe now Amiri's got to bring it in and find a teammate, and he can't do it. Well, he was pushed to the limit there. Just came off the outside of his boot. Did excellently well to get past Lenz here. Good control from Nadim Amiri. Under-17 Euro champion in 2017, and now a full-blooded Germany international. We have got him down and holding his arm at the moment, and that's not looking good here for Nadim Amiri. What actually happened there? Let's have a look. Wow, he was caught, I think, by Schlotterbeck, and then something happened to his shoulder. I don't think it could be dislocated, but it's certainly causing him pain. And the problem with an injured shoulder is that you can't even run properly, not just because of the pain, but it completely affects your whole balance. So the doc's getting a good look at that, and it looks as though it's all over with. He might have actually, I don't think it's dislocated, looking at it from, as a doctor from distance, but no, I'm not a doctor, but I've injured my shoulder 4 or 5 times in my life. I'm looking at his face. I think that possibly that might be just a bad bruise, but we shall see. Is he coming off? Mitchell Weiser's been warming up. Well, they're not taking any... they're not taking... Oh, he's coming back. It looks as though he's got through it. Well, you'll have to be careful there. If he happens to fall on that shoulder again, then things might get worse. Anyway, he's gritting his teeth together, and Nadim Amiri looks as though he's coming back. They were about, I think, to bring on Mitchell Weiser. But it's Amiri back on. Well done. Bit of a chase on there. Arms all over the place as well, but big Jonathan Tah got the better of Anthony Ujah. 1.95 m, 98 kilos. It's all muscle. He's a great defender too. Made his 16th DFB Cup appearance in the last 16 versus Stuttgart. Wormel. Bulter. Marius Bulter, who initially started on the left-hand side, has been going more to the right. Christopher Lenz very much in an attacking-minded mode, the number 25 now, up front there. Andrich. Pass from Friedrich. And it's out of play. Aronson, all the experience of all the games he played in the lower leagues. Hasn't managed to get many games in the Bundesliga, but it's his first time here. Aronson again. Absolute hero for the Union Berlin supporters. Nice to see him back in the team again. Friedrich. Well, you can see what Gigovic feels about it. How do you think I feel? Up in the air from Demirbay. That might be picked up, but just ran away from Bulter. What this game needs is a goal. Back heel from Bulter, but read there well by Sinkgraven. Long from Tar, but too long. Well, there's not too long to go before the half-time whistle. 36 minutes playing here. Union Berlin, the team that have scored 10 goals in the DFB-Pokal alone this season, in those few games that they've had. And Leverkusen have scored in each of the last 17 DFB-Pokal matches. Surely this cannot remain 0-0 for much longer. Amiri. Obviously recovered from that knock. Credit to him for that. Tar. We have the feeling at the moment that Leverkusen, although they know they are the better team, although they know they've got that possession, winning the ball back when they lose it, which is not that often, you still have the feeling that it's rather cagey here from Leverkusen, isn't it? As if they don't want to make or do any mistakes on the pitch that's going to get them in trouble with Peter Bosch. But if it carries on like this at the moment, they're not creating much either. Then they will get in trouble with Peter Bosch at half-time. Very attacking-minded coach, the man who learnt his trade, you could say, with Ajax as coach. When he came to Dortmund, Peter Bosch, before he arrived back here in the Bundesliga with Leverkusen, he had a very attacking style of play. But the problem was it didn't go down too well with the bosses, because he wouldn't change that when they were conceding too many goals. And that was one of the reasons that he had to go. So now, can Union go? He can, Bulter, and he's still going. And brings in a good ball, and this is promising! It's very promising! And Bayer Leverkusen have been paid for their passiveness. Marcus Ingvartsen scores. And at last your commentator can get excited. Marcus Ingvartsen with a glorious header, but all to do with the work from Marius Bulter. And here, Tar and Leverkusen's defence completely caught off guard. It felt as though they were lullabying themselves into a slumber. And then, when Union Berlin pounced, Leverkusen were punished. Bulter. Lovely ball. Nobody is marking the Dane centre-forward, Marcus Ingvartsen. And they've got to know that he's good with his head. And plants that one firmly for the opening goal of the game. Well, that's going to change the face of this fixture now. He started all three DFB-Pokal games this season, but failed to score until this opener. Well, we said that's just what the game needed. And now Leverkusen will have to change their tactics a little, but it looks as though Union Berlin are doing that. That's a foul. But the referees allowed the advantage, and they've got one here too, and almost reaching Bulter, the man who's supplier for that Ingvartsen goal. beaten by keeper Radevsky. Here, given away, built it away. He's got the pace and he's got the necessary skill to get away from his marker. And that header was glorious. The delivery, pinpoint accuracy here. Leverkusen caught off guard and Union Berlin taking the lead. That's what Gikiewicz wanted. And the boys from Union united at the moment in the cup. Well, because the supporters are now all applauding here, and you can see that, there we go, we've got them now. The Red Cross boys, who've obviously done a fantastic job of receiving the applause here, because one just punched the air with his fist to say, basically, everything's okay. So, thank goodness for that. As we said before, there are more important things than pushing the ball around on the park. And let's be fair, so far, that's what both of these two teams have been doing, just pushing the ball around on the park without creating anything, until that goal from Union Berlin. And now with the crowd back as well, now with the good news that it looks as though everything's okay with our injured person in the stands before. Let's get back to the business of cup fights. And something that Leverkusen will have to do. Fight for their right to go into the semi-final. Lens, Gikiewicz. Header from Ingvartsen. Whoops. Yeah, trading led from Tar. No problems with that. It won't be a booking, I don't think, but the referee might just have a word with him. Oh, he has given him a booking. Okay. Let's have a look again. Okay, seeing that again. He'd lost the ball, he knew that, but made quite sure that he did not lose his opponent. Marcus Ingvartsen. So, yellow for Jonathan Tah. And the crowd back again now. But that is still tremendous when you want to know the reason why they were so quiet. Out of that respect for life that looked to be in danger. And now the ball is the important part of the game. Flick on header, almost causing damage again there for Leverkusen. Defensively they've been pretty good this season, but caught off guard by Union, and almost a second time there. Again, another ball in, this time from Robert Andres, but Leverkusen can clear. Leverkusen players not quick enough to react. What a difference a goal makes. Look at that. All of a sudden, Union finding the passes, and another one there from Bulter. Ujar once again trying to get past Tar. Flag was up. Here again, Anthony Ujar, after the flick-on header from the goal scorer Ingvartsen, took a swipe at the ball, did actually catch Tapsoba there. again, Bulter. It's hard to believe, but that man who supplied that delivery and has been supplying excitement in the Bundesliga for Union Berlin, Marius Bulter. Up until 2018, he was playing in the 4th tier at SV Rodinghausen. But really looks like a top-class, top-flight player right now. They've won a corner. Well into that stoppage time, and that means the last chance possibly here. Leverkusen have it. Referee gets in the way, he's have to stop that. Yeah, those are the new rules now, and I think they're good rules too. The referee, with his deflection, brought the ball to Union Berlin. So now the ball is back with Leverkusen. If nobody had an advantage there, then it would have been a drop ball situation for both. But as it is, Leverkusen who keep possession. Final few seconds, referee has a look at his watch and blows the half-time whistle that got off to a very slow, sticky start. Then we had that problem where the crowd were not allowed or did not want to chant and get excited because of the problem in the stands when someone fell to the ground and had to be carried off by the Red Cross heroes, who then came back and said that everything is okay in that matter. So that is when Union Berlin came alive, scoring a tremendous goal. Market Ingvartsen getting on the end of a Marcus Bulter delivery, and they go into a 15-minute break, leading in the cup here in the quarter-final in Leverkusen by 1-0.
Anstoß den Ball. in der Halle, auf der Straße. Wir spielen, wir fliegen, im Schnee, im Dreck. Wir schwitzen, am Tag, bei Nacht, wir leiden, wir lieben, wir kämpfen und gewinnen zusammen. We are a team.
So as the players come back onto the field here, it is Union Berlin who are leading by 1-0 with that goal scored by Marcus Ingvartsen with a glorious header and a fantastic delivery from Marius Bülter. Now Mitchell Weiser is coming on here for Leverkusen, and so too Diaby. Nadim Amiri and Jonathan Tah are both coming off, and I don't think that they took a knock, but I do think that coach Peter Bosz was not too happy with some of the performances. But having said that, Amiri did take that knock, of course, in the first half on that shoulder of his, so that might be a precautionary measure, and otherwise Tah coming off might be a tactical decision. I have to get a look at that now. So Amiri off, Weiser on. Mitchell Weiser, an attacking midfielder or wing-back. 3 goals and 4 assists, all for Hertha in the cup in those 8 games that he appeared for them, but none in the cup so far for Leverkusen since arriving from Hertha in 2018. No changes to the whites of Union Berlin. Will there be any changes to the way they've been playing? I doubt it very much. Well organised, disciplined, and leading here in Leverkusen 1-0. Leverkusen have got to start creating, and they're trying to do that now with Kai Havertz and Sink Graven. I'm pretty sure that coach Peter Bosz had some nice long talks with them. Ball in there from Bailey. I think Mitchell Weiser will probably go into a right wing role as wing back. Looks as though that's the case here. Possibly reverting to a back 4 as well, maybe, with Sinkgraven coming then into the left back position, which will keep an eye on that one. Ball just about cleared by Bender. And then with the pass from Bailey, it comes forward. And this is Moussa Diaby. Oh, wow, that was good. The way he managed to stay on his feet there was tremendous, the young Frenchman. 20-year-old new signing from Paris Saint-Germain. He's got a lot of class, he's exciting, and he almost got the better there of Gigovic. Did very well. Look at the control here. Little step over as well, and just the ball on the knee let him down. But otherwise, that was great football from the young French under-21 international. He's exciting to watch. 4 goals in the Bundesliga as well since arriving. And here they come again. There's more urgency now. That's a foul. And a yellow card to go with it. The longest serving member for Union Berlin, Michael Parensen, knows exactly that. Well, we've got noise in the stadium now. We've just also heard the confirmation that the patient who was stretchered off in the first half, hence all that silence that we had in the stadium because of the respect from the supporters here, that he's recovered and is on the way to hospital to have treatment, but it looks as though everything will be okay, and we'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. Shot deflection for Gigovic, going flashing past the post. Might have been caught off guard there with his free kick. Those kinds of set pieces can go anywhere, and that's why Gigovitz is saying, make quite sure if you're going to stop the ball, then stop it. So Demirbay with the corner. Brought in well, but cleared well too by Schlotterbeck. Shot! Save! Well, he doesn't get many shots away, Sven Bender, but when he does, they end up as goals. He's only managed 6 in the Bundesliga. The man that won the DFB-Pokal with Dortmund twice in 2012 and 2017. Sven Bender, his shot saved by Gigovitz. The ball is his friend when it's saved. Here come Leverkusen again. Little push through from Bailey for Havertz, who's getting more involved now, Kai Havertz. Sinkgraven. Tapsoba. Bender. Good effort, but too much power on the pass, despite the fact that DRB is a very pacey player. It's looking a lot better now at the moment for Peter Bosch, but they still need that goal. Just in discussions with his assistant, you can see that they've obviously decided they need some tactical changes here. They have reverted back to a back four here. Mitchell Weiser, the man who came on to replace Tar, going into the right back position, and Daly Sinkgraven moving then left. It was a back line of 3 that they started on, but that was not working for them. DRB's pass, nodded away by Friedrich. That's a long throw. Good one too. And back again from Lucas Alario, but Leon Bailey hit fresh air there. Tapsoba. Bender. Venturing forward more often now. Leverkusen have got it all to do. Tapsoba. That's given away. They might be caught off guard here, but recovered well by Charlie Zarangas. Sinkgraven dispossessed. It was Bolter who picked it up. And Riasson brought down again. That's the 3rd foul from Bailey. Caught on his left ankle. Clumsy. And that hurts too. Surprised that he still hasn't seen a yellow card yet, Bailey. What happened there? Well. Anthony Ujar, also feeling the full weight of the challenge. Kerem Demirbay giving him some of the treatment. Free kick, Union. Andrich floated in, that should be no problems, it's over. Bender. Radetzky. Hasn't really had to handle the ball all that often, has he? Lucas Radetzky. Often picking it out of the back of the net. From Marcus Ingvarsson's header. Tapsoba. Sinkgraven. Edmond Tapsoba. Clever idea, it might be too long, it is. Thumbs up nonetheless. It was a good run there by Mitchell Weiser, who loves to run up and down that right-hand side, given the chance. Just 12 games in the league so far for Peter Bosch, and also Champions League 3 games, 1 of the Europa League. Don't forget Leverkusen are in the Europa League now after dropping out of the Champions League. It's getting gritty. It's another yellow from the ref. Yeah, came too late. Came much too late there. So Rangi's in the book of the referee after the challenge on Ujar. It's the second time that Ujar had been caught on the ankle. I hope he's okay. At the moment, Ilario too close. Little wasted there from Kevin Schlotterbeck. Mitchell Weiser almost had it picked from his pocket by Lenz. Tapsoba. Sinkgraven. Bailey. Back again with the Dutchman. Bender. DRB. Being pushed back there by Lenz all the way. Still comes away, the young man. Sinkgraven. Bailey, there's more urgency about the game now. Havertz. Ilario couldn't thread it through again. Away from Ryerson. Hasn't been happy with his situation. Julian Ryerson, man from Norway, arrived a year ago from Stavanger, from Viking. Only managed 10 games so far. He reckons he should be getting more. He is, though, just turned 22. Maybe he has to dig in there, which he's doing this tonight. Weiser. DRB. Havertz starts the move so often. He's the general in that midfield. So the general at the age of 20. But that title he has. What happened there? Well, see the look in the face of the man from Chile, Arangues. Not happy that was given against him yet, but it was a outstretched boot there. Connecting with Lenz. Schlotterbeck allowed too much room to come forward. Ryerson. Back from Ujar. And the reply. Tapsoba with him. Can't stop the cross though. This should be cleared by Bender. And it's not just been cleared, it was a tremendous pass. And a good one too here from Havertz, but just too far for the pacey DRB. Kermel. Whoa. Keeper wasn't quite where he should be. That's why he sliced the ball. He wasn't expecting that pass back from Prömel. Looking a lot better, I think, Leverkusen now, not just because they're trailing, that's given them the incentive. I think it's because of the formation that they feel happier with that at the moment. Mitchell Weiser doing well on the right-hand side. Kai Havertz allowed that free roaming role. There he is again, almost as a centre-forward now. Lucas Alario keeps dropping back to retrieve balls, and DFB bringing in the pace, but they're still trading 1-0. Bailey. Last man standing there was Tapsoba. Havertz. A bit more room there for Arangis than he thought. Bender. DRB, nice little trick there, but Christopher Lenz brought him down. The referee might be contemplating another booking. DRB will have to watch it though, taking the ball away. It is a booking. So Parensen and Lenz both down that left-hand side with yellow cards at the moment. Debbie Boy will take. Comes back now to Weiser. That's a clever ball in. But too many white shirts getting it away. Finally, last touch from Buildup. Quickly taken thrown from Bailey. Arangis. Sinkramen. And now back with the keeper. Very deep at the moment, Union, in this game, but they are leading, of course, don't forget. But just over an hour played, plenty of time for Leverkusen to come back into the match. With a touch, but there was an offside position here, or a hand. See a handball or something there, so free kick. Schlotterbeck slips past his opponent nicely there. Little flick from Ujar. Ingvartsen, the goal scorer, at heels with Weiser. Back down through the middle, chance maybe for Andrich to go for goal, which he does. Wow. In search of his 4th cup goal this season, Robert Andrich. It's a vicious right boot that he's got there. Might have had more shots than any other Union Berlin player in this current campaign in the Bundesliga as well. Back to Friedrich. Giekewitz. Well, most of the noise again coming from the Union Berlin supporters. Although there are a lot more Leverkusen supporters here, but they do make a noise, these boys from Berlin. I was getting past the midfield, but picked up by Ranges. Gets it back again, overlapping was Bailey. Kai Havertz, who distributes that ball oh so well. Diaby wants to get a shot away. Well, that's the confidence of a young 19-year-old, well 20 now. And it was born in Paris and came from Paris Saint-Germain. It's a goal kick. Union Berlin, the team that had a historic final 19 years ago in the Cup. It's their greatest success. A club that has that unbelievable cult atmosphere. They reached the final of the DFB-Pokal in 2000-2001 at the turn of the new century, when they were then in the third tier of the Regionalliga. Getting past second division sides, and then also Gladbach, as well as Bochum of the Bundesliga, on their way to the final. That's as far as they went, but at the final, beaten them by Schalke 2-0. This is the quarter-final. Only 2 more games to be played, and you are the champions of the Pokal in Germany after this. So, hence the worried-looking faces of Leverkusen at the moment. Their team is still trailing it. Let's face it, despite the fact that both of these two are in the Bundesliga, they're the team who have the better players because they have more money and because they have the most experience by Leverkusen, and because they are a Champions League team that have just slipped down into the Europa League and facing Rangers in Glasgow. That will be in the first leg on the 12th of March. In fact, because of all that, at the moment, Union holding their own, aren't they? Might get a chance here. Ball slipped away from Prömel at the wrong time. Coach Peter Bosz, does he know that Leverkusen won the Cup in 1993? Probably. That's also their greatest success in this competition. 1993. Then, unusually, there were actually reserve teams allowed into the competition, and they face Hertha Berlin reserves. Chance on, away there by Tapsoba. Looks as though Union have decided now that it's about time they scored a second. Foraging forward every now and again, but that's a throw-in. Still no changes to the Union Berlin team. Tapsoba. Bender. Weiser. Demi-Bay. Back again with the right back. Circulating the ball well, but Union Berlin defending well too. Havertz. Bender. Tapsoba. Sinkgraven. Riasson guarding him. He's found Bailey. Bailey finds the cross. It's a good one, and it just slips away from both of those two. Both Alario, who was the last man to get a touch, and Kai Havertz. going to have a substitution. Bellarabi for Leverkusen will be coming on. Thought he got a knock in the face there. Leon Bailey is the man coming off and being replaced by Karim Bellarabi. Yellow card. And it looks as though with Anderson coming on, Leverkusen are making a substitution as well. It was a yellow card, by the way, for DFB for complaining to the referee. Anthony Ujah comes off, Anderson comes on. He has been their leading man, but hasn't scored all too often recently. Yeah, we might see more of those, and we are. Another yellow card, I think. Yeah. Oh, it's a red. It's a second yellow for Christopher Lenz. Oh, how bitter is that for the team? Here the challenge, he's trying to receive the ball. He almost got it, and then the ball was cleared by Arangues. And because of that split second, oh, that is hard. It really is. But it's very unfortunate for Union Berlin and Christopher Lenz, who receives his second yellow and his marching orders. So reduced to 10 men now. Oh, and that is very, very bad news indeed. Fisher can't believe it. He's just brought on a centre forward. So they've got two centre forwards on now with Sebastian Andersson and Marcus Ingvartsen. This could be, and it is, and then off the inside of the post. Scored by Karim Bellarabi. He's hardly been on the pitch, but he's made an impact. 7 DFB-Pokal goals for Leverkusen, make that number 8 now. No other Leverkusen player has managed to score that amount of goals in this competition. And he's just brought his team back in. This is how it happened. Ball lost by Schlotterbeck. Picked up quickly by Kai Havertz. Not offside Bellarabi. And the substitute slots it home with a perfectly executed delivery into the bottom left-hand corner. Good move that. Clever pass. Good finish. It's 1-1 in the Cup quarter-final. Karim Bellarabi. Well, Peter Bosch has got that right, hasn't he? But the 10 men of Union Berlin were the team that let that goal in. Do not forget that. Just before Christopher Lenz got his marching orders, and he was missing the left back. Union Berlin are going to need a lot of grittiness now. Their team are behind them, but it may be in danger of trailing shortly after that equalizer, because Leverkusen have got the bit between the teeth. Coming again with Kai Havertz. Bellarabi. the Leverkusen supporters with most of the noise here. So, the defender Trimmel with the number 28 who came on before for buildup will have to do an awful lot of work. He's normally the skipper. He always does a captain's job when he's playing for his team in the Bundesliga, and it's up to him now to keep his team together. They've lost a bit of power down that wing, Union, but they've got two centre forwards who can score. Hold their own here, but it's getting far more difficult, and another shot parried away here by Gigovic, taken ever so well. Bellarabi getting into the thick of things here. Sinkarman. It's getting better by the minute. He wants that ball back again. That was a misunderstanding between him and the goal scorer, Bellarabi. Cleverly lets it roll over the touchline by now Rudetsky. Sinkarman. That's a good ball. That's an excellent ball. What a delivery there. Brilliant movement. DFB coming down the left-hand side. Almost getting an excellent pass into the centre. Ball from Schlotterbeck. That was easily read. Here they come again. Bellarabi looks up, decides to go for goal himself, and it takes a deflection and almost goes in, but my goodness, Union Berlin hanging on by the skin of the teeth there. Bellarabi, lovely turn, gets past Liasson, and the shot deflected by Kevin Schlotterbeck and out for a corner. Weiser. Demirbay. Good effort, good idea. And with a bit of bag luck for Andrich, he's gone out for another problem here for Union Berlin. Corner, Havertz. Almost poked in there, but the chance has been blocked by Gigovic, and that one goes wide too. My goodness, Leverkusen here. Again, a shot from Sven Bender causing problems here. Take a look from the corner. Little touch first of all from Tapsoba, Bender and Mitchell Weiser not able to hit the target. Union Berlin living dangerously. of Leverkusen against the 10 fighting men of Union Berlin, who are called Die Eisernen, where they are. Roughly translated, the ironclad will have to get their armour sorted here. This far in the cup, you want to go further. Just right now, Leverkusen a lot better, despite the fact that we have stalemate and that it is 1-1. Leverkusen want more. Bender. Demi-Bay. It's all Leverkusen. And that's not cleared either. Sinkgraven turns it away from Trimmel. Yeah, a bit too much pushing there from Lucas Alario. Referee was so close, but the Argentine, if he saw it again, he might say, okay, I'll give you that one, ref. Was there a foul there before as well? That was well seen by the referee. There was in actual fact a foul beforehand. He allowed the advantage for Leverkusen, and in doing so, after Kai Havertz picked it up and threaded the ball beautifully through to Karim Bellarabi, that was the equaliser. 8th goal now for Leverkusen in the cup, and enjoying himself. What an impact he had when he came on. So Prömel comes off, and it's going to be Kors, who is Tony's brother, who's just come on for Prömel. Felix Kors. Defensive midfielder is going to be the same position that Prömel has left behind. Can't get that ball away out to their own half at the moment. All the time that Mitchell Weiser has to bring that ball forward on his own. There's a lot more space, of course, now provided to Leverkusen, and they're making that space too. Right across the face there from Demi-Bay. Kai Havertz unable to make the final contact. You have the feeling it's just a matter of time. Mario shielding the ball well, finding the pass for Demi-Bay. I also have the feeling that Leverkusen don't want to go into extra time here. And you can't blame them for that. After this, it's Frankfurt, and then on Thursday next week is Glasgow Rangers. Oh well, in Glasgow Rangers. So in the Europa League. What an important game that is. They need to keep all the players fit. Yeah, he knows, huffing and puffing a little here, that it's still a tough game against tough opponents, despite the fact that they've got a man less than Leverkusen. Coach Peter Bosch has seen oh so much in the world of football. Taps about, I've hardly seen him put a foot wrong again. Don't forget, he's just 21. Sinkgraven. Nice chip, nice touch. Oh, and almost a brilliant goal. Fantastic stuff there from DFB. Somehow Gigovic got the ball on the inside of his leg, and it went with a deflection the wrong way. But what a pass that was too. Spectacular first touch from Havertz. Header, goal! 2-1, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's all over. And maybe that man, Charlie Zarangis, had just put Leverkusen through to the semi-final. Let's have a look. Leverkusen supporters will be looking at this all the time. It's a great header. It really is. The delivery from the flag, he's got three players round him. In actual fact, he hardly has to jump, but the power from the header there from Charlie Zarangis, the Chilean, was brilliant. The man has scored his only DFB-Pokal goal against Union Berlin in October of 2017. The last time they met, has gone and done it again. Minutes remaining for Union Berlin to get out of this with a get out of jail free card. Ingvartsen couldn't collect the ball. Not given up, of course they haven't. This could be game over. No, not the kind of pass that was necessary. But they're getting more chances now because Union Berlin, of course, have got to come forward to grab an equalizer from somewhere, somehow and some way. And only 2 minutes remaining of normal time. This is going to be a long one from Trimmel. It slipped out of his hands, otherwise it would have been further, but it falls nicely to Andrich. Very difficult to get the power on that shot. He was losing his balance slightly. Still got it towards target, but not enough to cause Goretzka any problems. Slight deflection on the way to by Sinkgraven. And another ball that has to be dealt with by Gikiewicz. Minutes almost over with. We're going to have 3 minutes remaining for Union Berlin to find that comeback, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case, because this now is Havertz, and this is the chance. Oh, it's over the top. He could have crowned a great performance, certainly in the second half here. Kai Havertz has been brilliant. He's tried to chip the keeper here, and he could have squared it. He could have passed it, and it would have been all over. Pass from Trimmel. Kevin Schlotterbeck, the defender, as a left winger. That's been lost. That was a very important move there by Karim Bellarabi, winning that ball. This has to be number 3. It has to be. It's got to be. And it is. And it's scored by Moussa Diaby. Game over. Oh, watch it. You can imagine how he's feeling there. Gikiewicz is a bit of a hothead, but his team, after being reduced to 10 men, Urs Fischer's boys from Union Berlin are going out of the Cup quarter-final against Leverkusen once again. Long ball from Bender. It wasn't picked up in midfield. They're all inside Leverkusen's half. And then it was Bellarabi, the man who scored the first goal for Leverkusen, who had the composure, almost fainted that he was going to shoot for goal himself, and then thread it through for Moussa Diaby. Lovely pass. Composure too from the goal scorer, the Frenchman. The man who lost last season's French Cup final on penalties with PSG in Paris against Rennes. He's in the semi-final now with Leverkusen. Well, because of all that handbag throwing that we had before from Alario and Rafael Gikiewicz, we have also had 2 yellow cards dished out. It won't change the game. Final seconds, the crowd chanting victory, and victory it is! Bayer Leverkusen go through to the semi-final of the DFB-Pokal this year. After getting the better of Union Berlin, it's been a great run for them, but having lost a man with the sending off of Christopher Lenz after receiving his second yellow card, and with Leverkusen bringing on Karim Bellarabi, that changed the face of the game for Leverkusen today. Bellarabi, the man who grabbed the equalizer after the first goal was scored by Union Berlin tonight. But in this cup fight, right till the end, they were there, but they were never the match for Leverkusen. The final goal going in from Moussa Diaby, the second one from Charles Aranguiz with that header, and it's game over, and Leverkusen through to the semi-finals. The final result here tonight, Leverkusen 3, Union Berlin 1.
So, das war das DFB-Pokal. Das Viertelfinale hier in Leverkusen. Zweite Angabe für Platz 7. Halbfinale. Das ist was anderes.